Okay. Hello, everybody. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time coming here, um, basically, this channel is all about holistic health and being happy, healthy, overcoming the things that are challenging to us. And I just wanted to take a little moment in this video, which I think will be quite short, to just talk about my goal for this channel, essentially. There are many things that you could be doing with your time. However, I feel very grateful and massively humbled that you've chosen to spend a little bit of time listening to what I have to say about health and optimizing one's life in a holistic manner. So, without further ado, let me get onto it. So, the first goal that I have for this channel is to simply share the lessons I've learned from my own challenges in life. There is no better teacher like experience, as Paul Chek says. Theory has its place, it's very, very important. However, personal experience and what we learn from the things that we go through allows our theory to have the substance that really allows positive change to happen. And I've gone through my fair share of challenges from uh things growing up and anxiety, depression, and physical things like broken bones and surgeries and gallstones and parasite infections, fungal infections, and bad skin and skin breakouts and uh like getting other kinds of injuries from sports and martial arts. I've it's been quite extensive, and I've also really gone through quite a whole emotional roller coaster too. So I've definitely got a lot more to learn, as we all do. However, I've learned a good amount by this point, and I now really want to share it as much as I possibly can. Um, so the second point, being a I'm a professional Czech practitioner. So for those of you who don't know what the Czech Institute is, the Czech Institute was founded by the living legend that is Paul Chek. Czech stands for Corrective Holistic Exercise Kinesiology. I am currently level 2. I have almost finished the third year of the Czech Academy, and I want this to be a place where people can come and trust that what I'm going to share is genuine holistic health knowledge. This is not some like you just read it and didn't try it and haven't put it through the ringer kind of place. Like this is really good quality information that I've tested out myself, that I've learned from the Czech faculty and the other people in the Czech Institute and my fellow students and practitioners. So I want you to be able to trust that this is really good quality information. You can trust that what you hear on here is real stuff. It's not some popcorn magazine feel good in the moment but doesn't actually provide lasting results kind of things. This is the real deal. And the reason why I say it's the real deal is because I am learning from the real deal, which are the Czech faculty who learned from Paul Czech. So that lineage is there, and all the other people that the Czech Institute have studied outside of their own Czech training that they expose us students to. And well, I say students, we're all professional practitioners, but each person, as they go through the training, has a different level. So you can trust that this knowledge is really good quality and it's right up there and you can trust it. So, third point, as a 30-year-old going into my 30s, I'm 30 now, so I'm now going to be in this new stage of life. Having grown up with the internet as well, I want to be a bridge between the younger generation and the wisdom of the older generation and harmonize them together. Um, and the reason why I want to do this is because the younger generation and the older generation, so to some, not all, there are some, not all, some people can have a really good dialogue, but generally speaking, there seems to be a bit more of a split. Younger people don't understand the kind of language that the older people are using, and sometimes the older people don't understand the opinions of the younger people. And what we the, the younger generation now are bringing a certain new development to the rolling of and unfolding of consciousness, but what we can't do at all is deny the wisdom and truth of the older generation either. And also what we can't do is have the older generation deny what the potential of the new generation is. Now, the new generation need the lessons of the old generation to realize their potential, which could, hopefully, as consciousness unfolds in its kind of nature, will be higher than the older generation, but they can't do that without the lessons from the older generation. But sometimes things get lost in the middle. And another goal for my channel is to not knock the microphone and do all that kind of stuff and learn as I go. Bear with me, I'm learning. Yes, but because I'm kind of in this middle space, but I grew up with the internet, I do feel connected enough to young people to be able to speak to them and understand them. But I'm also old enough to really, really recognize the deep, deep, deep wisdom of the older generation and how important it is to harmonize the two together. So, young people, message me, ask me questions, like write in the comments, send me a DM on social media, send me an email, whatever you feel like, contact me. Use me as a resource. That's what one message other Czech practitioners as well. Um, message loads of people. Get as much support as you can. But if you would like to message me personally, feel free. If you want to work with me as a coach, if you would like me to coach you, message me. If you just want to ask me a question, drop it in the comment section. If you got like video suggestions, please talk about this. What's your opinion on that? Drop it in the comment section. I'll put it on a list and I'll see if I can get a video done about it. But contact me. I know it's a bit of a weird space in the world right now, but young people, message me if you have questions. So, point number 4. Uh, Another goal I have for the channel to provide everyone who comes across my channel with the permission to remember the sacredness and soulful reality of who they are. And that is true for everyone. There's a soulful, sacred reality. And when we remember this, that is the end of anxiety. That's the end of depression. That's the end of fear, because those things do not exist when we are really in touch with the true soulful nature of who we are. And this isn't some kind of wishy-washy kind of spirituality that doesn't have a backbone that gets blown over with the wind. That's not what I'm talking about here. I'm talking about I'm talking about the self-esteem of, I'm talking about God's self-esteem here. Now, when I say God, I don't mean like some anthropomorphized person in the sky. And for more details on this kind of explanation, just Google Caroline Mice and hear how she delivers this message. I was actually at one of her works. I was at her workshop in London yesterday, in fact. So I basically got a giant dose of this, and it was amazing. And I would like to continue to pass that on for this channel to let everyone know this is the reality of who you are. And all of this, I was this in the past, this hurt me, this did that. We need to deal with that, but we cannot allow that to make us think that we are some small, weak, feeble little person that is not a sacred being. And within that knowing of sacredness comes a profound and endless level of confidence and belief in oneself, and a complete eradication of any fear of being judged by anybody, but at the same time, a corresponding humility and compassion to know that, right, I want to make the world a better place here. And more on this another time. It's an enormous topic. However, without this in our lives, we can't make the world the Garden of Eden and the heaven on earth that all of us would like it to be. Now, we are well on our way, far more than we were like 100 years ago. But we need everyone to remember the truth of who they are. And I want this channel to be that for every single one of you that hears this come out of my mouth and sees this on the screen. This is permission for you to remember the truth of who you are. And if there are challenges there, you're finding it a little bit challenging, message me, leave a comment, message me on social media or drop me an email and we can get to work on things. Another point, give solid physical health tips, obviously through a holistic lens. So things to do with like weight loss, detoxification, cleaning out the organ systems, gym training, workouts. Like I'll be doing a bunch of stuff. So that the physical side, teach a holistic approach to nutrition and overall lifestyle management. So we'll be covering things like mental health and anxiety and depression, addiction, though kind of like a whole gamut of lifestyle factors, but also nutrition, so metabolic typing and primal pattern eating, intuitive eating, eating for the weather, eating for stress, like what to eat for this organ and how to individualize your eating and all that kind of stuff. Because it's an enormous topic and there are as many diets as there are people on the planet. So don't believe all the hype about it's all of this, it's all of that. It's everything depending on the person, time, situation, amount of stress, temperature, genetic background, and so on. The list goes on. And finally, there's probably going to be other things to this list in general, but I wanted to keep this video short for now. Finally, I also do plan on doing podcast episodes. So like I'm looking forward to speaking with fellow Czech students and practitioners because there's quite a few Czechies all over the place that have got some really, really fascinating stories and they know some really incredible stuff. So I'd like to do some videos where I get them to speak about what they've been learning. And I might do some solo things as well. And also see if I can get some episodes done with older wise people where they can share what they've learned in their lives too. Maybe not necessarily even Czech practitioners or holistic health practitioners, because holistic means wholeness. And there are lots of people in other professions that don't do holistic health professionally, but they've got some incredible things to say and some really, really important understandings about how the world works in many different respects that could really help us all improve. And I want to hear from them and I want to learn from them as well. And I would like to share that with all of you. So, thank you very much for listening to this little video. And finally, this picture here is a mandala I drew in 2021. And the quote on it is by Carl Jung. And the quote goes, "How can I be substantial without casting a shadow? I must have a dark side too if I am to be whole. And by becoming conscious of my shadow, I remember once more that I am a human being like any other." So that mandala there shows like above surface and below surface. We've got the nasties below the surface, the darker sides, and we've got the all-seeing love and compassion above the surface. And the color is blue primarily in there. Fifth chakra, communication, speaking one's truth. So that mandala still holds true for me right now. What I want to share with the world still is in there. I want to speak my truth. And the eyes are green, which is fourth chakra, sharing love, giving and receiving love. So I'm looking on the world with love. And it's what I would like to be speaking out to people. I want to share that with the world. I want to share what I've learned. I want to support all of you and anyone out there that is struggling and going through some stuff. Trust me, I have been there and you can get through it like I did. I'm not going to say I went through the worst thing and I'm not going to say I went through the easiest thing either. because I definitely didn't on both of those accounts. But what I went through is what I went through, and at times it was really really hard, but there is light on the other side, and I would like to help support you get through your struggles and challenges, whether that's you just watching videos, whether that's you reaching out to me personally, and us working together in a coaching scenario, in a coach client relationship. If that's right for you, great, let's do that as well. And or if it's just the videos, then that's perfect. But I would like this to grow. I want this to grow into a community where we can all support each other, and I can also start putting on some live workshops where we can all meet up and see each other, and on a do like day workshops on a particular topic, and just build a wave of healing. And I'm very, very excited to be sharing this with you all. And thank you very much for coming on the journey with me. And I'm deeply humbled and very honored, and really looking forward to supporting you on your journey as well.